Today, we are going to forge. We are going to sally forth. But watch out, there's merge conflicts ahead. It's this quest. Well, hello everybody, and once again we are moving on forward with the Disc Quest series, and in this episode here, talking about forging, and stuff like that. And as far as the pronunciation of the word, of the name of this application goes, I mean, I could be murdering it. However, it's Forgejo or Forgejo, because in the Scandinavian countries, the J is pronounced as a Y in the pronunciation of things. So my apologies to anybody if I'm getting it wrong one way or another. So I'm just gonna say Git because like, what is Git? Git is a version management software package. It's also slang in in the US and some parts of the US for get. You say you get something, you get the milk, get the dog. But anyways, Git is also a British word for something not so nice. I just actually looked that up and just to kind of orient myself a little bit about it. And yeah, apparently Linus Torvalds actually came up with that word for using with this version management software. And this software that I'm going to be covering isn't Git as we know it. It's actually Forgejo or Forgejo. But it's version management that's derived off of Git, and it's kind of a style of Git. And so we're going to be focusing on that in this one here. And you may notice that on the thumbnail, I've actually got Disroot's logo that they're using for it. And I've gone back and I've updated all of the previous thumbnails to include the logo of the software that I covered in that video. And so that looks good. So I like it. And I would put it on the border graphic here, but that it's tedious work. And do I necessarily want to do that? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Do I actually get to? I need some time to do that. Sure, I probably could, but I'm lazy in some aspects. I mean, look at my logo up here in that corner. For the channel. I updated it within the past few weeks so that the gray border is brown instead of the gray. And have I gone in here and changed it? No. I should do that. I probably will in the future, maybe. But then again, it's perfectly a valid logo and it works just fine. But anyways, so before we actually get started on it, just want to say, hey, thank you again very much. And if you don't mind, if you want to donate some crypto, I'm really only doing XMR or Monero. And yeah, the address to the wallet is not in the is not down below on this. I've stopped posting that in there. So you can go back to one of my previous videos. Even in the early Disc Quest ones, it's there, and you can use that to donate if you wish. But more so is I'm out on social media that I use for announcing new videos and stuff like that. And yeah, I could actually, communicate with you. And, links for that is down below. That, and I'm also out on a PixelFit instance called Metapixel, Meta with PXL at the end. So the link for that is down below, and that's for stuff that isn't covered here. And I just moved over to it recently, and I'm waiting for a certain bug to get mitigated or resolved, and then I'll be bringing over my account JSON files over and stuff like that, and then I'll probably start posting again. But for right now, I'm holding it. It's a pause while I wait. So it's a waiting game, and I've been waiting for 3 months, 3.5 months. So, and the folks at PixelFed are not very quick on priorities, and this is kind of a priority, but you know, in the end, new functionality is more of a priority, so we got to get that out. So there you go. Anyway, enough of all that. We're going to be moving on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about Disroot's application for version management called Forgejo or Forgejo. I'll just say both. So yeah, why don't we go in and we'll take a cover at that. All right, if we come out to disroot.org, and here I have it here. So we come to the services column here and come all the way down to the word Forgejo or Forgejo. So we click on that and we are brought to it, and we see a room of folks that are, oh, let's see, they've got all kinds of things going on. They've got, you know, granted they're all talking, they've all got their laptops in front of them. I mean, this guy even has a microphone here, so who knows what he's planning there. We can see out on the wall, we've got all kinds of sheets of paper that must be taped up or somewhat otherly adhere to the wall, stuck to the wall with their plans and everything. And what are they planning? Are these planning the next big, protest, or taking over, or doing, Occupy Death Star? I don't know. But, it's to show the people, they're planning things out, and they're grouping together, and they're collaborating with each other. So, Disroot's solution for version management is Forgejo or Forgejo, however you want to pronounce it. So Disroot's Git is powered by this software, which is a community-driven, powerful, easy to use, and lightweight solution to code hosting and project collaboration. So this is for the folks that are in software development and stuff like that. Hey, if you want to build something and you want to manage it, stuff like that, you can use Disroot's solution for that. And you can also collaborate on it. I happen to use it. I don't go in too deep on it. I'm more of a contributor of thoughts, ideas, stuff like that. And, I did look into using this for my videos. However, it doesn't look like, as of right now, it doesn't look like it's, overly appropriate for it. I actually do everything out of Nextcloud, but I could use this in some fashion. But anyhow, so let's see. Disroot's Git is located here at git.disroot.org. Now the project homepage is right here, and that goes out to the actual software packages project homepage. And then you can actually view the source code here. And then you got 3 little links over here. You can sign up, you can log in, and you can also go to Tor, the Tor page, if you're using the Tor web browser. So, feature highlights, easy to use. I'd say it's pretty easy to use. Fast and lightweight. That's more appropriate on Disroot's end, on their hardware. It's fast, lightweight. It's not overly, it's not heavy. It doesn't take a whole lot of the internals to get used to and use and to maintain. because, you know, it's very fast, light experience, no bloated, over-engineered feature set. So that's important. Notifications, you can receive emails when an issue is solved, a pull request is created, etc. It is secure. You can use an SSH key, two-factor authentication, and also GNUPG to secure your repository. There's issue tracking. You can track issues. You can tag things with different categories. You can assign things out. You can have milestones, and you can also have comments. You can also have a wiki to explain your project, and you can also use Markdown. And there's also a mobile app available out on F-Droid for Android. So there we go. So that is, you know, just the basics and stuff like that. And I just wanted to take a moment here to, talk about Disroot for a second. I've been using Disroot for like 3 to 4 years. I've been a patron via Patreon for about the past year or so, I guess. I can't quite remember, but they are out on Patreon. Just look up Disroot and you'll find them. And and the ongoing joke on the website is, a cup of coffee that I've seen. So I don't drink coffee myself, but I do like it in food. Tiramisu, fantastic, love it. Can't get enough of it, except when I can't afford to buy a nice big one. But anyhow, Disroot is out on Patreon, and you can pay as little as $5 or €5. I think, yeah. But I've been with them for about 3 to 4 years, starting off with just myself. And then later on, I created 2 more accounts, one for the home and one for this channel. Now, for the one for myself, I use it, I do use the email for personal stuff. I do use Nextcloud for cards in Nextcloud for cards and tasks for my own personal stuff, like with my computers and the network and stuff like that. And this channel's one is I'm using Nextcloud, of course, for the cards and tasks. So and I have looked at it for what we're covering today, Forgejo Forgejo, however you want to call it. But when I looked at it, it doesn't necessarily fit my needs for it right now. It might in the future if I get more involved, or if I start bringing on other people to help with different things, which I doubt I'm ever going to need to do. But I know it's there should I decide to use it for what I could use it for. Granted, I wouldn't be putting out any computer code or software code or anything like that, but it would just be video related. That much I know. As far as things in my home and stuff like that, I really don't need to. For home, yeah, of course not. Definitely don't need to, because I don't need to program my toilet. No. Nor do I need to do my dishwasher or my sink or my couch back there or that painting up there. I don't need to do any software development for that. So, but there's but I do like Disroot's services that they provide, and I do use them for different needs, and I do have a separate account for each category of things that I need it for: myself, home, and the channel. So there we go. And I also know, or that I think / believe that when you have a Disroot account, and then you become a patron on Patreon, and you'll let them know that. I think there's some additional fringe benefits that come along with it. And I noticed that because on my personal account, There's some differences with that than, let's say, with my household account, which is perfectly fine. It's no big deal. It's like, so my personal side, I believe I have more from what I've seen, more benefits or permissions of things than I do on my household or my channel ones. And would it be nice to have that stuff? Yeah, that would be great, but it's not necessary because their systems are only so big and have only so much capacity. I don't want to take up resources that aren't needed or warranted, for that matter. So the way we've got it right now, it's perfectly fine. I'll stick with that. So anyhow, so we are going to be moving on with Forgejo or Forgejo. I don't know the proper pronunciation of it. And of course, the only way to get the proper pronunciation to me is to say it to me. And not overtype. Don't type it out and tell me what it is, because unless you can do it in a phonetic manner, or if you can do it the way that it is the way that the phonetics are described in, let's say, like a dictionary, where you get the word and then you get the phonetic layout next to it, that would be fine. But ultimately, the best thing is actually say it to me so I can actually hear the word. But anyhow, why don't we move in on that, and we'll take a look at Forgejo. Okay, so we are going to come in here and we'll get started on this. So first off, we're just going to take a look at the first part of it here for a second. We're going to come up here to the sign up. So just kind of show what that looks like. And you can see I've got it in my dark. Now that's just my my selected theming. So there we go. And this doesn't take much. Username, email address, password. There's a captcha here to prevent bots. And we just do that. You register the account and it brings you right on in. And what we're going to be doing is I'm just going to be signing in. So I'll click on that and I'm going to go like that and believe that's it. Yep, there we go. Awesome. So we are now in, and because I don't do anything in here on this account, we're not going to see much when we first sign in. So there we go. But we can go to different things. Issues, pull requests. In other words, if you want to pull some code for a project, there you go. Milestones regarding a project, you can explore. We'll go to that in a second. And then, of course, you got your notifications. No notifications. And then you can create a new repository, a new migration, a new organization. You've got your profile and settings right down through here. So there we go. And, this is not going to go super deep into all the individual functionalities of the software. This is just a very high level kind of just to show you around a little bit. So we're going to come over here to explore. And we can see, let's say like DCF, Cloudflare domains, these are all of the repositories that are out there that you can look at. Anything that's public, really. This is just all the public stuff. So, and how you got it is, you've got, you can have a little picture that, to kind of help identify it. And then you get the title of the repository, and it's linked so that when you click on it, you actually go into that. And then you have a description of what that particular piece is, that repository. And then these are tags that are added, stuff like that. And you can see when it was updated last. Over on the right, it says SVG, so that tells me that is graphic. And then you got, how many stars, how many people favorited it, how many people have forked it. So that's what that icon, I believe, stands for and stuff like that. So that's kind of neat. But we have a search here, so I want to search for Disroot. So I'm going to do that. Select Disroot, and I'm going to search. There's everything that has the word Disroot in it. So these are all of the different Disroot repositories. So that's pretty cool. All right, so let me see. Where is... Oh, let's see if I can find it. The Disroot project. Let's go there. So this is the project repo, as we say, but it's the repository. So this is what I'm watching on my personal account. So we can see many different things here. There's the name of it. You know, do we want to watch it? Sure, let's watch it. See, I'm watching now. And start it? Nah, I'll start it. What the hey? Do I want to fork it? No, I don't want to make a fork. So I'm going to leave that alone. There's 2 commits, 1 branch, no tags, 302 kilobytes. So there we go. See, that's main. Go to a file. It's made by Muppet. There we go. README text. There you go. README. There it is. This is the README area. Project PNG. You know, that is the logo being used. And so then you've got an area, the readme.md. So it's like a readme, you know, readme.txt for any of you Windows folks. So there we go. So we got a little description about it. Any project can be estimated accurately. Yes. Once it's completed. Yep. True fact. Hashtag true. Or fact check true. There you go. Hashtag fact check true. There you go. Neat. And you can go to either one and stuff like that. Now for issues, if I click on issues, this is where we should be going to create issues, notations. And we can create a new issue. I'm not going to go into the little idiosyncrasies of it. Let's just kind of show you. These are all the different current active issues that are out there right now. Many folks that are creating these particular issues are folks that operate Disroot, such as Muppet, Miaz, Antelope could, but doesn't tend to, a few others. But I've seen the most I've seen has been from Miaz and or Mies. I don't know how you pronounce that, and Muppet as well. So there's a few others like Average Joe. I've created a couple, but let me take a quick look here. Do we have any done by me? I know that there is. But I'm not going to go looking for them. Well, I suppose I should try. I don't know if I can search like that. Yep, there's one. Username not populating in the Nextcloud dashboard. There we go. This is one that I created some time ago. Ooh, 8 months ago. All right. So, yeah, account username not populated in Nextcloud. Yeah, that would be. I'll describe that when we do Nextcloud, which is not this video. So this is just kind of show you around. There's me. Here's what I talk about. I had an image here that I was hosting out a post image, and I removed it just to kind of clean things up. I mean, this was 8 months ago, and then anybody else can pop in there, and then there's little additional actions on this, March milestone, so forth. Okay, and then let's see. It was labeled into Nextcloud 8 months ago. Fantastic. And other things that have happened, just different actions and such like that. And if I wanted to type more, I could type it in. Actually, that's an existing package. And of course, I can't get out of that. So back out of it? No. Close it. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Here's additional screenshots that I've got right there. Bang, bang, bang. So we can see it. Just as an example. Here's one. Here's there's for this channel, AnKorage. So that's what that looks like. Get out of there. There's my personal one, and it's not capitalized, which is kind of funny. When it's capitalized, this disappears. But when it's not capitalized, it appears. So that's not this video. That's Nextcloud. So just kind of shape what those are. And if I wanted to type anything else, I could type it in down here, and I could do all of these. Oh, heading. Okay, that's what that H means. Add a heading, boldface, italicized, quote text, add some code, add a link, add a bullet list, add a numbered list, add a list of tasks, mention a user or a team, and reference an issue or a pull request. And all issues and pull requests are actually numbered. So if I was to go back to here, actually, if we go back to here, you can see that these are, it's like when you see them out here, you don't see the numbers. But if you open one up, you can see right here, it's been assigned a number, and that is assigned by the program. So there we go. Oh, that's kind of neat. So yeah, so this is kind of like that. You can see the different pull requests. You can see the different projects it's involved in. You can see the different releases. You can see all of the activity, which is really good. Here's an overview. And then, let's see, no commit activity this period. Makes sense. And then, of course, you can see it's been labeled as closed. Things have been opened. Things that are currently open. So there we are. So that is, that's pretty much Forgejo Forgejo Joyo. Yeah, I should just call it Joyo. Anyhow. But yeah, so we can go back out to Disroot here. Here's all of Disroot. Yay. We can go back to others and things of that sort. Oh, we got a nice little link here that goes out to disroot.org. And if we click on that, boom, we are brought right back to here. So isn't that great? All the different services. So there we go. All right. And that was Disroot's Git solution. Pack, software. I'm not going to say the name of it again because I say both versions or pronunciations, but that is Disroot's Git solution. And yeah, okay, I'll say it. Forgejo Forgejo Joyo. Okay, so that was that. And you can see I've got the light on back there because yeah, it's taken me about 4 hours to get this filmed. And that was just mainly because I had laundry to do, I had dishes to do, and I was interrupted multiple times. But anyhow. So tomorrow there is a chili cook-off. And I'm gonna go and check it out and say hi to folks and maybe sample some of the fantastic chili. Or the, that everybody made, because it's a cook-off. And of course it's on Sunday. And of course, Sunday football. Also, no, let's take their land away from them. As it was mentioned by an old comedian that is no longer with us. So there we go. But that's pretty much it for this video. And we will be coming back in the future for more videos. And I know that I may have one or maybe 2 additional videos after the series is finished. Can't say anything about that right now. So I'm just going on what there is to make stuff on. And there we go. So that's as much as I'm going to say about it. So hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't too deep. It didn't get into too much functionality of this software, but just a brief overview of it, a little bit of a look, see what you could do with it. Maybe get some ideas, get in there, play with it, and at the end of it all, RTFM, also known as read the fracking menu. Manual, not menu. If you heard that as menu, you may be delusional. Anyhow, so that's gonna be it, and we'll talk to you later. So I need to go start some dinner. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.